Let's talk about Advanced ETL Processor user interface. At the top you can see application name, repository type, and repository connection details. The default repository is MS Access. We do not recommend using MS Access in production environment because unfortunately MS Access database tends to get corrupted over the time and the users must run, compile and repair manually, which is not acceptable in production environment. We always recommend to our users to use MS SQL Express as a database because it is very easy to install, configure and support. Below that you can see list of tabs which you can use to access various functions of Advanced ETL Processor. In this tutorial we'll be talking about Design tab because this is where most of developers spend their time. On the right we have a license information details, then we have installed version number and latest history of changes. On the left we have objects tree. Objects are grouped into projects and groups. Let's start from the top and discuss all available objects. The first objects we're going to discuss is called directory. To change object, we just double click on it, or we right click and select edit. The directory is usually used as a data source for text files or working with text files on some other files. Then we have number of connections. For example, we have connections to the database, email, and some messaging services. So let's double click on IDBC. Here's our connection details. Click cancel. Once connection details are defined, the user creates various transformation objects. The first transformation object we created when we originally created our ETL software was import script. They work very well for very simple transformations or when the source data quality is very good. The next one, after that we created transformation. They provide very complex functionality. For example, this transformation extracts list of IP addresses from Windows Server log. We have a separate tutorial for that. After that we have block transformations. Block transformations are used to convert very complex Excel files into more simple format. So just imagine if you have an Excel file with 100 tables inside and you want to load it into the database. So the block transformation allows you to define to mark data blocks. Then you can apply some transformation to those data blocks like split column or edit column. Then you can write the results into another Excel file. And after that, load it into the database. We also have lookups. Basically, these are just SQL queries which allows you to edit the data in the database. So here's a lookup, incremental search, etc. We also have SQL scripts. Here's a very basic script. And we also have very useful reports. So the users can design reports and send them as PDF or even Excel files or HTML files via email. And the last and the most important object is a package. So basically what the package allows us to combine various objects together into workflow. For example, here we have getting started. It's very simple workflow. So we have a starting point. So if this starting point fails, it will execute this action, or if it succeeds, it will execute that action. Let's talk about what can be done within object tree. We can move objects using mouse. For example, we can create groups of objects. Sorry. Okay. Let's call it import group. And we can move objects using mouse, or we can clone them. We can delete them. For very complex repositories, we have number of utilities. For example, we have find utility. It allows us to find the object. For example, let's say find something else. Okay, just double click on it. You see it is selected, and if you double click, it is open. Another very useful wizard is called use by. It allows us to check dependencies. Takes a while to run. Here you go. Here's a list of objects which are using MS Access directory. We also have find string wizard. For example, pivot. Just run search. And here are the objects which have pivot string inside of them. And we have replace string wizard. It allows to replace string within an entire repository. It's very dangerous operation. So replace string wizard creates a backup just in case, and after that we can run search and do replace if it is what we want. Okay, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. If you have any questions, of course, feel free to ask us at our support forum. Thank you.